What is going on, everyone? Now that OTAs and mandatory minicamp have come to an end for the Houston Texans, I want to talk about one of the biggest winners of this past month, and that was second-round draft pick Kamari Lassiter. He has been getting praise from head coach D'Amico Ryans, his fellow teammates. The social media team loves Kamari Lassiter. I've seen multiple videos of pass breakups and him going one-on-one with all-pro wide receiver Stephon Diggs. Do the Houston Texans have another dog on their hands? Once again, is another young player going to be impactful as early as year one for this Houston Texans team? If that's the case, man, shout out to General Manager Nick Caserio. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an article here about Kamari Lassiter and how well he has done throughout minicamp. My name is Ruben Calvillo, and this is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. So make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok for the latest news, rumors, and updates. If you want to be in my Discord, let me know in the comments down below, and I will personally send you the invite. Now, let's go ahead and start with the article. This is from Cole Thompson on the Texans Wire. He does a fantastic job covering this team. Houston Texans rookie Kamari Lassiter continues to shine through minicamp. And here's our boy Cole. For those wondering if the Houston Texans made the right call by drafting Kamari Lassiter with their first pick, his showcase Wednesday morning at practice might be an indication of that answer. Lassiter, a three-year standout at Georgia, was recognized as the swarm player of the day for his efforts in coverage during drills. Multiple times, C.J. Stroud targeted the second-round pick and walked back to the huddle with an incompletion. If you don't know what SWARM means, it was an acronym created by our head coach, D'Amico Ryans, and it stands for Special Work Ethic and Relentless Mindset. We love to say here, if you're not willing to swarm for this team, then don't even have a conversation with us. We are swarming every day as Houston Texans fans. And the whole swarm player of the day, I absolutely love that. It gives the players something to look forward to every single day of practice and have their, their plays kind of recognized. I love that. Great job, coaching staff. The Texans social media account has showed one of the reps where Lassiter broke up a pass intended for Pro Bowl receiver Stephon Diggs. On Tuesday, he broke up a pair of passes intended for Robert Woods and John Mechie. So everyone is getting smoked. No one is safe from the locksmith Kamari Lassiter. What I have seen from Kamari is a guy that has been locked in since day one, that he has gotten here. He has been locked in. Texans coach D'Amico Ryans said. He has done everything we have asked him to do. Kamari is a guy that doesn't make the same mistake twice. He is very competitive. He is making plays. He is an instinctive player. And I think a lot of guys have been fired up to see what he has been able to do over the past couple of weeks. It sounds like Kamari Lassiter might be starting sooner rather than later, ladies and gentlemen. And here is when the Texan social media posted the clip of him and Stephon Diggs. Oh, my fault. Notice the swagger right there. I mean, he broke up a pass to a all-pro wide receiver. Great closing speed, goes for the ball, doesn't commit the PI there. Kamari Lassiter is a dog, man. I am so excited to see what he does in year one. Let's go and continue with the article. Drafted 42nd overall, Lassiter is expected to compete for first-team reps at both nickel and boundary corner spots. So far, he's lived up to the hype and carried his own with first-team defense at both spots. So the question is now, the question now turns to where he fits best. I think the Houston Texans are going to give some time to C.J. Henderson, Jeff Okudah at the number 2 cornerback spot. Figure that out, right? Both of those guys are on low-risk, high-reward one-year deals. They're both 24, 25, 26 years old within that range. So there might be something left there. And I think the Houston Texans want to see if they can get that type of player from either Okudah or Henderson. With Lassiter being able to start at the nickel, at the slot cornerback spot, That's where I think it will be if he does indeed start as early as year one. Right now, your starting cornerback is Desmond King. And guys, Desmond King did not make the 53-man roster for you last year. Remember, he got cut, spent some time with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We picked him up later where he was just playing fantastic for you as the season went on towards the end. I want to see Desmond King and Kamari Lassiter competing for that slot spot. However, if he does need to go to the number 2 cornerback spot opposite of Derek Stingley, I have confidence in Kamari Lassiter. During his time at Georgia, Lassiter saw most of his reps on the perimeter as a freshman while helping the Bulldogs win their first national title in 4 decades. He saw extensive action inside as the team's slot defender. Last season, Lassiter allowed just 1 touchdown in coverage, and he broke up 8 passes. Since moving to the outside permanently, he allowed the fewest passing yards amongst FBS defensive backs, just locked down. And then we get to hear from Will Anderson Jr. about Kamari Lassiter.
One player of the day. He's electric, man. Another young guy that we can't wait to keep seeing grow and stuff like that. And I think he can do great things for this defense and be a part of something special that we have going on here. And, you know, it's just that mentality that you have coming from the SEC. So he gets it. He knows, like, now is the time. Like, he don't have to wait for nobody. He's not scared to jump up in front of the line. He's not scared to go make plays. Like, that's the type of mentality that he has coming from a place like that. But that's just who he is, and he understands what we're trying to do here.
You know, I think Will broke it down perfectly, and Will Anderson Jr. just looks so comfortable. Here he was just talking about just going through what he just said. You know, Lassiter being in the SEC, I mean, you're playing against some of the best players in college football. He played in the brightest lights, a national title, multiple playoff runs with the Georgia Bulldogs. So I think Lassiter feels comfortable here, and I think he knows why he's here, and that is to get to Houston Texans, to places where we haven't gone before. And after hearing Will Anderson Jr., after reading what D'Amico Ryan said, I'm starting to switch my thought process. I think we might see Lassiter start very soon. And here's his rep against Stephon Diggs. Now, listen, maybe if there is a better ball that is a touchdown, and let's be honest, Stephon Diggs does win the route. However, Lassiter was with them. And Lassiter getting these reps against guys like Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, iron sharpens iron. And I think Kamari Lassiter is going to be a starter for you for a very long time. And I just cannot wait for this season, man. Number 14 is going to be locked down, and he has a swagger to this Houston Texans defense already. And it's just mini camp, guys. I cannot wait for training camp, which should start around next month. For more Houston Texans content, you guys know what to do. Come back and follow me for more. Go Houston. You guys have a very blessed day.